Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing, spectacular Propagandacast from your host, Pearl Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda, your lord and master, your king of kings. Off you to a glorious 1v1 on Nexus. In the east it is IncaUna, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Here with Jäger Infantry, German Infantry, and Lightning War, forming up the Großdeutschland Panzergrenadier Division. Versus in the west it is Nicko, fighting for the Red Army, the Soviet Union. Comrade Stalin. Here with defensive, counterattack, and shock motor, forming up the 11th Mechanized Corps. We're off to the races here on an exciting match, and as always, a big hearty thanks to my paid supporters, these champions, these heroes of the Propagandacast. Without them, I would not be able to do these videos, so big thanks for all those. You too can join the ranks by pledging on Patreon, or you can donate via PayPal, and I should comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button. So we're off to the races here in the south, IncaUna moving forward to the MD4 to the Pioneers, Grenadier Squad following up, and we got a double conflict start here for Nicko and the Red Army. In fact, we got one squad here moving ahead, pretty aggressive, looking to partly, I imagine, scout out, but also in case his opponents rushing for the southern field point, quick disruptive by occupying the building here, which is quite well suited, well, decently suited for infantry, making things much tougher for IncaUna to just get to the field point. So, quick disruption play here by Nicko. Meanwhile, north side firing off there, and of course, seeing no enemy, he's taking it more casually there, as IncaUna is now forced to commit a lot of time and effort just setting up that conscript squad here. There we go, second Grenadier Squad, third conscript there for Nicko. We of course have to see where all this goes. Grab Western Point there. Here he drops dead, the first casualty of this fight. Pioneers gun is moving ahead here. Second Grenadier Squad with IncaUna, almost done. Striking forwards for Deutschland. And there you go, another conscript arriving here to further that pressure here to IncaUna southern field point fight. May want to actually launch a squad here further deeper up here behind IncaUna there to further that pressure there, but also force them to like defend from a larger number of attacks here, a wider series of attacks more specifically. But there you go, Gunner's got pushed back. So what will IncaUna do in response to this? We got the second Gunner's got heading northwards here, so that means there's a good chance Nicko could win the southern fight. We got a fourth conscript for Nicko, so pretty heavy infantry build, worth noting. None of his doctrines particularly like play heavily into that. There's like them repair kits from shock motor or counterattack tactics from other Russia here that could sort of leverage a lot of conscripts here for Nicko. So right now, IncaUna's forces are basically sort of tied down in the south as Nicko's slowly attacking. Though again, I'm surprised he's not trying to launch a deeper flank and get behind IncaUna here further. Oh, that's setting something up. Then leaves a wildly exposed flank, and I think IncaUna there realizes the issue and it begins repositioning. Got his squad number 3 ready, and I think IncaUna's just starting to switch northwards here, realizing again the southern fight is just not going his way at all here, as Nicko's just pouring in more and more troops, and the engagement is just going further and further south here for IncaUna. So yeah, machine retreated here. We got one Grenadier going southwards, but the others I think heading northwards here to that great grab north, as again Nicko now has barely any forces there, but again most of his forces on the south. So I think that's a good tactical decision here by IncaUna. Rather invest a lot of resources into the south and just bleed out, you know, head northwards where there's next to no resistance and just make easy gains, and then expect the opponent to attack into that instead. So thumbs up there to IncaUna. Still one Grenadier squad that you think is there just like to tie up Nicko's forces. It can't easily reposition everything northwards, which I think is tactically very sound there by IncaUna as well. Or is he? Huh. Is this actually the diversionary attack instead? There's definitely some possibilities from both sides. We shall have to see. No tech yet there for IncaUna. In fact, we got a fourth Grenadier squad. So, I mean, could be Jäger Infantry. Well, it could be all three, honestly. Like, they all, to some degree, can like take advantage of a lot of Grenadiers. But it does mean both sides are committing very heavy here to the basic infantry. German infantry with the veteran squads could be pretty good, of course, for IncaUna here. Of course, 4G-33 Grenadier squads would also be pretty good. But yeah, looks like north side might actually been just a diversion in it. Again, he's really focused on the south there, which point I'm certainly a bit less certain as to what the actual right course here. Definitely should take up soon though, and you know, choosing a doctrine soon can take advantage of it. What was infantry, I think, would also be a pretty good idea. It's pump company up there for Nicko. Might get a mortar, might get a maximum or a field gun. We shall see. And this was the conscripts. Conscript being shot to bits. Reinforce them, moving into the conscripts. That's it. Nicko might have forgotten about the southern consort here. There's actually a good chance of getting a wipe there, and no, gets away. Again, dispatching some forces northwards while keeping the main pressure on the southeast. Still no commander. But there you go. Tech done at least, so we shall see what IncaUna's planning. We shall see. But there again, he's pushing forward to the flamethrower teams as well there. Very good. Rifle grenade off though, and oh! Hello, rifle grenade here. Nice bait there. Nicko was so focused on the other grenades, but he ignored the possibility of another one hiding with the rifle grenade. That was beautifully set up there by IncaUna and almost got. There we go. Wipes the engineers. Consort there narrowly survives with heavy losses. Brutal. That was beautifully set up there by IncaUna. Meanwhile, northern side, he's coming, setting up for a fresh push there. That really hurts Nicko there because he managed to go for another engineer squad to like build anything. So that will actually slow down things there at least a bit. They like to make a nice company for IncaUna. No son of commander yet here from either side. Oh, there we go. Nicko actually commits to shock motor heavy tactics. Wow. That's not what you see very often. Shock troopers, armored vehicle detection, infantry repair kits, Sturmovik strafing runs, and the ISU 152 heavy assault gun. Will he go for shock troopers here? I mean, that could be a shocking surprise, but currently he's going to need a field gun because IncaUna's likely going to hit him either with an armored car or a flamethrower hub. Track here. I go to the 2, and currently Nicko then has no way of dealing with the armored car. So, you will need a field gun here. I think it's safe to say grab northern field point back here. Can't think focus armored gun needs punishment from the other side. We got 452 versus 494. Armored car almost done. Nicko's offloading manpower. Perhaps he's trying to get a grip on the situation here, trying to plan out his next moves, even as IncaUna is of course doing the most to make it difficult for Nicko to plan out his next moves. Or maybe it's actually a misclick, wasn't intending to go for shock motives. That's like, oh, suck up the art. This was not what I wanted, comrades. Light machine guns. Well, guess not. German infantry. It's either Jäger infantry, more likely lightning wall. People who go for lightning wall I think a lot more likely to skip the rest of the the upgrades there. Though again, I've seen some players increase to go for Jäger infantry and just skip the G53s as well and just go for the Jäger command squad and the other stuff. So tough one there. Then he's back here, and we got 2 light machine guns up. Pack 40 as well. Obviously concerned about Nicko hitting him with a T-70 light tank. We got anti-tank grenades and the field gun. So that's it. IncaUna clearly doesn't have anything to worry about there from our perspective. Again, getting that engineer wipe really helped out IncaUna there quite a bit. And not just removing a flamethrower team he has to deal with, but also just applying a bit of a speed bump there to Nicko's tech. Pack 40 almost done. Grenades ready. Field gun all's out there for Nicko. Southern field being seized. We got sandbags on there from Nicko. Very good. Thumbs up. MD14 the Conscripts. Pioneers moving in. Armored car providing fire cover here for the northern side. But there you go. Field gun opening up in the armored car. Punches straight through the side armor. Almost taking out the armored car with a single hit. Pioneers versus the Conscripts here. MD42 tearing into them. In the south here, a bit of lighter skirmishing as well. Fighting across more or less the entire front line here between these two combatants. Up north, the Grenadiers continue to clash with the Conscripts. Molotov there enveloping the Grenadiers in a tiny socialist inferno. Pioneers, they're getting Molotovs as well. Machine gun being bombarded here with the Sis-3. High close shells there screaming through the skies. And lucky there for IncaUna, did not land a wipe. Conscripts to hold up the southern field point here against IncaUna and the Großdeutschland Panzergrenadier Division. As IncaUna launches another fierce assault, and there you go. Nicko does commit to a shock trooper squad here, equipped with body armor, PPS H41s, submachine guns, and a variety of grenades there. Note, shock troopers were actually so assault engineers. So, little fun note there. Further, the body armor was really only like for urban warfare, where there's a lot more expectation of pistols and submachine guns, because the body armor was actually not very good versus anything beyond those kind of caliber rounds like bolt action rifles, machine guns, all that, and the body armor was actually quite ineffective. I suppose still better than nothing. So yeah, little fun fact there. Field bombarding, sandbags shattered. Nicko's Sturmovik there moving forward, ready to murder some fascists. There we go. Grenadiers could definitely suffer a wipe here with a bit of good luck for Nicko, but no armored car there. Moves in there and blocks the pursuit. They're saving IncaUna's beleaguered Grenadier squad there. Well, beleaguered Grenadier, the rest of the squad is dead. Machine in the center there being outmaneuvered here as Nicko launches a larger scale assault here. forcing, I think, IncaUna to reposition the machine gun. And there goes Shocks on the flank here, proving to be another issue here for the MD-42 crew. 2 kills so far there. And once more, IncaUna displaying here its deft tactical understanding on the map, then just heads northwards. Very good there. Flareman goes off though and kills Rudolph. Troops reinforcing, and no sign of tech there. Gunny is backing off, perhaps expecting a counterattack here due to the flare. Or is there something else going on here? I don't know. Shocks was going for a deep flank. Very nice there by Nicko. Very nice. Having your Shocks on the retreat path of the unit is really good, since again, they can really do a lot of damage fast, and they typically tend to be like one of the better chaps I find for getting wipes on retreating units. Smoke grenade off here as well. Ooh, extra cheeky. That said, actually gives IncaUna there theoretically like small window between tech retreats, as they could have met them through the smoke and he could have survived a lot more with the Grenadiers. But oh well. Shocks was rhyming here. Grenadiers there. Focus on the one with low health first. Very good priority there. Forcing both to retreat. We do have the armored car rhyming here for IncaUna, and still no doctrine though. The south here, troops moving forward, controlling up here, and this Pack 40 moving in to blast out the sandbags. North here, pioneers with the conscripts, and further up north, the shock troopers do push back IncaUna's men. Field gun moving up as well there. Nicko's got map control back, and he still hasn't brought in engineer squad attacked up there, so that's a bit interesting. Definitely want to take up soon here, I think, to take advantage of the map control he's gained. I think versus IncaUna. As for IncaUna, well, a command and some decisions in terms of tech I think could also be a good idea here soon. Flareman goes off. Armored covers the shock troopers. Then he's moving forwards. Troops enforcing healing here for Nicko. And there you go, finally got some engineers out, and finally also got the tech going there for the Red Army. Controlling out here, building being bombarded from all sides. There's IncaUna looks to put an end to that strong point there from Nicko swiftly as possible. North another push here with the Grenadiers. Another Pack 40 here from IncaUna. That's... Is he planning like to stall for a target tank then? Or is he just concerned because Nicko has had field control there for quite some time, getting hit by a lot of tanks and wants to make sure he's ready for it? I mean, that's an option, honestly. Ooh, 2 close wipes on each side. Can't fault him for being concerned about, say, like getting swarmed by T-34s and 6s, for example. As in, with a particular aggressive play of single Pack 40 may in fact not be enough to stop a single T-34. Also on a map like this, like if Nicko pulls off just a good flank, he's going to need 2 packs to stop them sufficiently well. There you go, catching the assist gun, but there goes Shocks around here to clear up the flank there. Interesting enough, we're not seeing further tech yet, though that might be using reinforcements. There you go, mechanized armor company for Nicko. IncaUna still some time away from anything of that. In the south, conscious squad advancing swiftly, seizing up the south again. He looks attempting to. Armored cuffling back here for IncaUna. But yeah, this crazily feels like from IncaUna we are going to be looking at Lightning War. I mean, German infantry definitely would have picked it by now. So I got some upgrades going there. Maybe some Stormtroopers, Jaeger infantry feel like similarly would have been chosen by now. So it likely is Lightning War. It very likely is Lightning War here for IncaUna versus Nicko. Grab northern part with the Pioneer. I'm coming in with the shock troops, guns moving in. Skirmishing there. Quick grenade over against the Grenadiers, pushing them back. There we go, changing the formation, splitting up, making it easier for the other force to deal with the Remainers. Very good push there by Nicko. I feel like in this regard, IncaUna's kind of getting punished for just leaving the machine to cover up the centre. A lot of the time, we got a strafe gun here unleashed by Nicko, right on the Grenadiers by the looks of it, which angle does he call in on? And should call in from the other angle, since again that way he could have met them on retreat, whereas now he just pursues us retreat. Oh well, still got a lot of damage here and then wiped out almost like one squad there possibly, so not all bad there, but I feel like he should have gone from the other angle personally. Mechanized armor company can begin churning out those T-34s from 6s versus IncaUna, who is finally taking up himself up north here. Pioneers versus the conscripts. Tech halfway done. MT4 being attacked here again from south sides. Nicko then just an aggressive infantry attacker here and just keeping up the pressure on IncaUna very, very nicely. Inflicting a weapon here as well. We got 303 to 490. IncaUna, to his credit, does yet to suffer, I think, a single wipe here from Nicko. And Nicko's really only suffered that one near wipe, so. But still, at the same time, Nicko's just really good at keeping up pressure and attacking, shifting pressure from half a map to half a map. And of course, Nicko's doing fairly well, at least avoiding any losses, but he's not quite able to always keep up the pressure, pace there with Nicko. Despite the armored car, which is normally fairly good at doing that for us, the Wehrmacht. So, but still, no commander yet for IncaUna. 291 versus 490. And we got there the both upgrades on the way for Nicko. Scored steadily, very good. Shock squad setting out, close of 82 on those. Assault Gentlemen. North point being seized by the Grenadiers, flares off.
The sector is at risk.
No tank yet for Nicko. He's actually hoping to stall for the ISU-152 here. That's... I mean, that's super bold. That is super bold, considering again, like, there's still 4 command points to go. That could easily, like, allow IncaUna to gain back a lot of the map here. So if he's planning that, I'd definitely say that is a pretty strategically questionable decision there by Nicko, to put it gently. Yes, Basil, I agree. IncaUna then needs that support cop, I think. Was he planning tier 4? I mean, if they're both strong for the big things, this match is going to get a bit special. Okay, no, we are seeing an issue 5 here for Nicko. I would actually expect a tank, but I'm guessing both sides are concerned about the arm going for tanks here first. You know, IncaUna with double packs and Nicko going for the issue 85. That is interesting. Troops saying northwards into the Grenadiers. It should fire halfway done. Here's the conscript. It should fire almost done. Support on the way there for IncaUna. Sehr good, sehr good. It should fire almost right around the corner here for Nicko and the Red Army. Further north here, conscript applying further and further pressure. And IncaUna forced to fall back here with one Grenadier squad. Pack 40. Also needs to get out of there. Could be rushed down, but the conscripts possibly if the Grenadiers fail too fast. And there you go. H5 tanks are out. I feel like a T-34 would have been better initially, but again, I imagine Nicko's concerned about IncaUna hitting with tanks. Obviously, wants the tank destroyer ready for that. Grab northern points back. Southern points being seized in the new one by IncaUna. Still no doctrine there for IncaUna. Kind of commandant. There you go. Panzer IV on the way. But again, at this point, it very much feels like it's going to be lightning war. Lightning war. It's Blitzkrieg, but not from the Blitzkrieg region of Germany. And so can't call itself Blitzkrieg. T-34 not falling for Nicko. Very good. Panther 4 almost done here for IncaUna. All Grenadiers equipped now with the LMG-42. The standard German infantry, that is, basic Grenadier squad, had 1 light machine gun, forced to save roughly 8 to 10 men. The German Panzer Grenadier squad, actually for most part, the Whites had 2 machine guns per those 8 to 10 men, so little fun fact there. He's engaging the consuls there. Armoured car in the centre here, continuing to pressure the Serb troops. Field gun, tank strikes are getting a great hit, and the armoured car punching straight through, though. I imagine the tank destroyer crews kind of wishing, like, you know, they could shoot as actual tanks, not armoured cars. There you go, comes there, feeling the wrath of the Wehrmacht up north here. Their cover position slowly crumbling under IncaUna's unrelenting assault. There you go, rifle grenades, machine gun fire, panzer fire. They're just dropping like flies now. Narrowly avoiding getting wiped in the centre. Another shock troop squad push it, grenade off the machine gun, but not quite enough. In the shock troopers suffer perilously high casualties in the process. Tanks, so they're going for the armoured car, backs off just in time up north here, though. IncaUna makes a breakthrough. In fact, soon IncaUna will be the one controlling both fuel points. A significant advantage there for IncaUna, but still no commander, no doctrine. T-34 rushing engaging Grenadiers for the northern fuel point. Oh dear, Panther exposing himself. There you go. Double hits there from the field gun and the tank. So Panther needs to get out of there fast. Could risk going down. Pack shooting misses, and the Panther 4 avoids destruction at the hands here of Nicko's tank destroyer crew in the south. Fresh infantry push here from Nicko to gobble up the south once more here and push it out of Nicko's, or IncaUna's, claws. Back here at the base for IncaUna, nothing happening either. What will IncaUna go for next? More Panzer IVs, Stugs and Ostwind. Jam the southern point there. Fix up the T-34s and 6. Armand covers the conscripts. Rifling it off and close one there. You got 250 numbers, 490 in the south of the conscript being engaged with the armored car grenadiers following up southern squad. Another there push. Moving on the centre, the tank destroyed the T-34s and 6 in the move here for Nicko and the Red Army. Tanks are on the way, T-34 rushing in. There looks like a counter-attack here. Though I feel like he could have tried going for a flank behind here to have a chance of cutting off some units, but obviously there's concern about mines and anti-tank guns there being set up to counter specifically that manoeuvre. We need to take a man also from the T-34s from 6. Now the Panther for the IncaUna. ISU is unlocked. Will Nicko now go for that, or will he try and just go for more T-34s? Another tank destroyer here. Panther going for the T-34. Shots they're pushing through here, catching the machine gun, and the Panther 40s come completely off guard here. This is a big opportunity, I think, here for Nicko, but IncaUna's armored car is pushing in to prevent that. I think, he's going for the tip button, the machine gun. I think that's a missed opportunity for Nicko in return. Tank destroyer moving in. Panther 4 slowing away. Shock troops now being mauled by the Panther 4. The windy opportunity has been shot down there. The slam. Panther 4 then number 2 almost done. Still no commander here from IncaUna. Comes the pushback by the double grenadiers. Panther 4 number 2 almost done. We got 259 minutes of 405. Nicko still has a significant victory point lead, and he does seem to be slowly getting ready for that ISU 142. And there you go. IncaUna, as expected, goes for lightning warp deck. Uses the tactical maneuver or movement ability. 2 thumbs up to IncaUna. Grenadiers shredding the field and crew there, combined with the tactical movement, allowing to push ahead there for Deutschland. And there you go. IncaUna sets about destroying the field and catching the geese by the T-34s from 6 aircraft shot down. It's all explosions, all death. Packs flying away there, the HE-5 pushing it back, and he's being headed as well there. T-34 being pushed back, splitting apart Nicko's forces there. The HE-5 is forced to try and get away to safety before IncaUna hunted down the destroyers, and I think that may not happen. There you go, good hit from the Panther 4. HE-5 shoots, misses. Pack 4's going to deal with that T-34. Air support running in there, I think. Yes, and it completely whiffed. And tank destroyer shoots, misses the armor car, and the Panther 4 finish it off, leaving Nicko without a tank destroyer. His field gun is also gone. So apparently failed to destroy it there, caught up by other things. Another Panther 4 again, the grenades push back here. Nicko launches a frantic counter-attack operation to reclaim the field gun, deny it. Distraction to IncaUna. There you go. IncaUna realizes what's going on. He's going to try and destroy it before Nicko can get his hands on it, but no, doesn't happen. Shock troops being for the support weapons here. Armored car rushing in. Shock troops in good shape for the Pack 40 here. Field turning around there. Got the Pack 40. Comes to the big hole, but then before 2 suppressed. Field's moving in. There we go, good. And the Panther 4 shock troops almost run up. Panther 4 then forward support riding another series of troops there from Nicko. Another T-34 there for Nicko and the Red Army. The field gun is trying to get out there, but again, all the infantry support has gone away. And now the crew is going to go down here, and we got another tactical movement here for IncaUna. IncaUna very much in the offensive. IncaUna's had enough. He wants to get aggressive. He wants to kill socialists. And we got another field gun on the way here for IncaUna to replace the one that lost to... for Nicko to replace the one lost to IncaUna there. Constantly being rebutted by the Panther 4s. Our fate to veteran to that Panther 4. Southern point being seized with the grenadiers. Field gun on the way there. In Norfolk's with the conscript squad. Samex up north. Panther Force move, there we go, forcing Nicko to retreat here. He's got a lot of fuel flooding. It definitely feels like Nicko is trying to stall for that ISU-152 here. We got another strafe around here inbound somewhere. Oh, south, trying to catch the machine gun there, but easily dodged here by IncaUna's machine gun crew there. T-51 and infantry brushing in the south. He almost has the fuel for the ISU-152, at which point though the problem is now he's going to have to save up, like, you know, all that manpower to get it out, and that's going to be another challenge here for Nicko. So again, I feel like the ISU-152 there, I think in the current state of affairs, is a fairly ambitious call and not necessarily the most optimal choice here by Nicko, I have to be perfectly honest. Troops reinforcing healing. Mines down there, very good. Lots of mines here for Nicko.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector. Shame to leave. Yes, comrade. You need something built. Rifleman ready.
Come to Cordy with a Panther 4 hit losses inflicted. Guns being pushed back. Comms taking losses, comms are being murdered as well. Straight to the field in the mine. Heavy damage here to IncaUna's lead Panther 4. The other one following up. Gunny's advancing as well here. IncaUna is fearless in the face of Nicko's socialist advance up north. He's shot coming in, trying to cut some support weapons there. Pack crew cleared out. Good kill there for Nicko. Shox was about to get utterly exterminated here, which is less good. Field gun there. Second pack crew's down. That's pretty good there. Pretty brutal engagement here for Nicko, but if he get his hands on those packs to turn against IncaUna, that would be pretty good. Up north, the lone unit means they grab northern field, putting it away from IncaUna and the German army. Got a third Panther. IncaUna's just going for more and more Panther 4s. No Tigers for him, no sir. Just get me some more Panzer 4s. Yeah, I think at this point, Nicko really just needs to, like, abandon the ISU-152, planning things to just gone for a lot of tanks while he could have. Maybe a tank destroyer to back it all up with Katyusha. Northern point with the conscripts, got the fuel point there. For Panzer 4 almost done here, IncaUna. I'm actually going to add it. Troops sitting out, heading southwards there.
Supply sector under attack.
Fresh push in the south here, but there we go. Pack already waiting here. Nicko's armor in the south here. The assault finally got deep flank. He also worth noting, he actually used armor detection, I think, trying to figure out like where the best opportunity was, I think maybe to make a breakthrough there. Not bad in this case though. IncaUna's one moving tanks to counter that maneuver by IncaUna in the south there. Machine gun there in trouble. Molotov as well here, and we got Tatcha moving again the line for a more effective infantry counterattack here from IncaUna's member there. Almost got the MD42 in there, go down it goes. So that's a good kill there for IncaUna to get his hand, or Nicko, I mean, if he can get his hands on it. I don't know why I keep mixing up their names. It's not like they're particularly similar. Up north they're pumping seas, Conscript in the south, Engineer Squad wiped again. Grand machine gun very good. So there, his men are a bit on fire there, but still, crucially, he did get his hands on the MD42. Up north, the infantry breaking through with armor support there. Nicko is still bearing the brunt here of IncaUna's armoured assault here. Now she's just running out of fuel. I think actually she says giving up in the ISU-152, but honestly just needs like more tanks and tank destroyers. He's going for another field gun now. Panther 4, they're getting ready to do, we're seeing a lot of damage here from Nicko's guns. Panther 4 taking hits at field gun Betsy 2. T-34, they're close to approaching halfway to 53 there. Field gun exposed. Just reinforcing healing, including that MD-42 just managed to score away here from his opponent up north there. Lone Concord plus the armored car there. 20 kills. Amazing kill turn. There you go. T-34 combust as it encounter IncaUna's absolutely remorseless anti-tank gunners. Got 248 to 260. IncaUna's managed to close the victory point gap almost entirely between the two now. Got a Stuka closer as a portability ready as well. Also, Nick at some point lost his shock troops. Got the Panther 4 there, Veteran 2. Well, IncaUna just keep going for Panther 4s, honestly. I mean, that's a pretty solid move. And we got another armored vehicle detection ability here used by Nicko. That is pretty rare. I think that's the most anyone has ever used the ability I've ever noticed, anyways. Packs in South Court. But already responding in with tanks to block it off. Meet the field guns into assist. Panther 4s, they're already decimating Nicko's charging infantry. Though Raz, sadly, not much protection against the 75mm high explosive shell. Got one pack crew there. Field guns arriving. Need to keep the flanks covered though, or the infantry could just run and clear out the field guns, which would obviously be pretty bad for Nicko. We got 240 to 258. Pioneers being shot to bits here. There goes Socialist MD-42 turning into the retreating commands there. Up north, Panther 4 the conscripts here. Ground center victory point as well here. And a T-34 from 6 on the way there for Nicko. Very good. Cons being hammered. Panther 4 goes straight from MD-42. Field from the Panther 4. Panther 4 driving for the south here. Another glorious armored assault here from IncaUna from Deutschland. The Großdeutsch, and he just sank through Nicko's lines once more. Like a Kupfstiel scythe. And there going forward to wiped out here by IncaUna's Panther 4's coming forward on Nicko's command. T-34 from 6 almost done. Destroying the machine, denying it to the Soviets. You got another one already out here for IncaUna. Nicko does not want more than one. The South East conflict now hammered by the two Panther 4s. T-34 rushing in here. We got 236, 246. Conflict almost being annihilated. More rifle grenades here. Trying to get the weapon. The retreating unit almost gets it too. Brutal. T-34 ranked up for that anti-tank support. That's going to be struggling versus those two Panther 4s. And the field guns are close but not quite there within range. Panther 4 shooting forwards. Shot bounced. There we go. One Pentagon anti-tank going to go off here. Could be probably here for both Panther 4s. And you get the field guns within range. As IncaUna has no way to protect the gun. He's got the flank here. At least going in the field east moving force, but the T-34 to deal with that. And we got a strafing run support here. By into a tank strafe here by IncaUna. To further dissuade the tank from advancing. Almost got the Panther 4 here though. Looks like all Panther 4s escape here, though the pack could give a body theory by the field. There you go, MD-42 on the flank of the field gun. That's actually really dangerous from the 63 Division field gun, as MD-42s are really good at clearing out into tank and crews. But there you go, T-34 on the flank of the MD-42. Got 236, 234. Credit from the field gun there. Nicko's forces remain though in a fairly tattered state. The lack of tanks really hurting them at this stage of the fight. He should have just started churning up T-34 from 6 as soon as he could have. I feel like that moment there was just like perhaps planning the ISU-152 or something else there. It was probably a really bad idea. But anyways, he's still on the offensive here, at least trying to keep the offensive there. He's got initiative somehow, so he's going to try and maintain it. See if he can't like get some kills in here on IncaUna before IncaUna stabilizes once more. south here. 2 guns bringing in, catching the contact behind heavy caliber by the Sun victory point. We got 236 and 223. Feelings find where they're missing. North they're going to use hiding here. Conscripts coming in to get a bit of a Teutonic surprise. In the south, the Conscripts continue to hold the line, but there are limits how much longer they can hold, I think.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Troops in the centre being mauled here. And up north, they're going to use the Conscripts blocking it off there. Should allow the guns to pretty much win that fight. There we go, gun is routed. Now the T-Fed force from 6 for Nicko. Finally starting to bring in larger numbers of tanks here versus IncaUna. But very much might be a bit too late at this point. And another armoured vehicle detection. Gun is in the centre of the conscripts. M42 backing it up. Different game they're going to use, they're getting a good kill in. Good from the Pack 40 there. Shot bounced.
T-34 ready for combat.
T-34 on the move. Gunnery sending out, troops reinforcing healing. Pushing north from the conscripts against the pioneers.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Keeping getting the Panther 4. North here, Panther going to bank up, going for the counter up north. Heavy losses inflicted there. 229 to 200. Not looking great here for Nicko. I mean, theoretically, I can get off just one really good push and just tear through IncaUna, but IncaUna extends. I think there's a chance here, but it does really require like things to go absolutely correctly here for Nicko then. And for IncaUna, I think to like leave himself just sufficiently extended and lax enough like for Nicko to pull off such an attack here. But if he can, like if those two things like combine, I think there's a good chance Nicko still turn those around. But again, that's like itself relying on some fairly small chances like coming together. Now the T-Fed for Nicko, again, good he's starting to bring up those tanks, but really he should have been doing that a lot sooner. Another armoured vehicle detection. It's really surprising how much he makes use of the ability. I mean, it's just so rare to see anyone actually use the ability at all, so it's quite fascinating to watch. Again, it allows him to, for example, to spot these sometimes like, you know, one tank is isolated and then actually swarm it with his tanks and that way gain like the upper hand there. So, I mean, there's clearly a reason to like use it. It's just, again, most players never do that. So on the points being seized, we got 229, it's 185. Another T-Fed for them almost done. Which point's going to have 3. I mean, there will be a lot of firepower there for Nicko in terms of tanks. Of course, his opponent also has a lot of tanks, so not quite a smooth sailing there.
We have a new T-34 standing by.
The T-Fed 4 ready. We've got 229 on 185. Situation for Nicko is still slipping out of his hands here. Steadily. Using the constant repair stuff, that's also pretty good to do there. Part because he hasn't replaced the engineers at all. He could probably go for another T-34 from 6 soon. He could also go for the issue 5. He could also consider Katyusha rocket launch to help deal with the Pack 40s, maybe. Panther trying for the south here. And the T-34 stuff's encountered from the Pack 40s. Could actually go down if he's not careful. Got it on the Panther 4 there from the field guns. And T-34 kaput. Great kill there for IncaUna. Another stinging slap across the face of Nicko and the Red Army. Got 229 on 175. And we got another tactical movement here looking to catch the field guns as they're exposed here. Thumbs up to IncaUna. definitely, again, also rare to see any player make use of that ability as much there, if at all. It's great to see that from IncaUna. Great to see. Nicko finally looks like he's going to head northwards here, but will it be enough here versus IncaUna, who just is very much a control situation? There we go. Could see double pan fast along to the pack 45 there. Finish close being wiped out. Got the Panther Force, the packs are moving to block off any now centre bound attack from the north. Again, got vehicle detection there. Constantly being caught here by the Panther Force. Films opening up here, tearing into one of the Panther Force there, which is close to the ace level actually. Looks like he's lining up for a deeper flank here. Fields moving in as well. They of course need to keep some infantry protection close, or IncaUna will rush him with the tactical movement. Another T-54 from 6 for Nicko. Good hit on the Panther 4 there, almost got it. Down to half health, there you go. Double blitzkrieg here. IncaUna disengages swiftly from Nicko's tanks. T-54's misses. Filming up and catching the armored car, could take it out. They're finally taking it out. That'd be huge there for him. Panther 4 narrowly survives the encounter with the T-54's armored car. Finally combusts and up here, down there, I mean. Contact from the Grenadiers up north. The Panther Force keep up the pursuit now. Now it's IncaUna's time to be the hunter of Nicko's tanks again. And quickly backs off. Then the centre here comes with the Grenadiers losing out due to an MD-42 nearby supporting. We got actually two Veteran 2 Panther Force here though for IncaUna versus Nicko's soon 3 T-34s from 6s. But in terms of infantry, he's actually down to 3 squad versus IncaUna's 4, plus IncaUna's got plenty of other support weapons and multiple pioneers, whereas again Nicko's just lacking most things. He's sneaking in the T-34s from 6, hoping to get a lucky shot there, but instead encounters 2 Veteran 2 Panther 4s. In fact, it's 3 Veteran 2 Panther 4s. That is about as terrible as it gets for that Panther 4. One off strong in the south there, but yeah, I think that T-34 is kaput. But he's pushed back there, field's opening up, got one of the Panther 4s! Holy smoke, but the T-34s from 6 still gets knocked out, they're abandoned only. Now the Panther 4 there, theoretically could have like lined up with, you know, Battle Phase 4 and maybe like just be able to call in Tiger Tank as soon as he's lost anything here, but you know, just more Panther 4s clearly works quite well here for IncaUna. And everything is probably just better than a Tiger Tank, to be honest, because it's just easier to fit in terms of like overall cost, but also just much more cost efficient. It's like honestly in most cases, I mean, this is exactly what I recommend you, rather than going for, you know, Tiger Tank, just go for a lot of Panther 4s. They're quite efficient. But yeah, looking pretty rough here for Nicko. Whatever plans he might have had about an ISU-152 has very much been thoroughly buried at this point. And now we got a total of 4 Panther 4s away for IncaUna. He lost the Grenadier squad, but you know, why not just get 4 Panther 4s instead of like getting another Grenadier squad? That's going to be a hell of a challenge here for Nicko to deal with. Never mind, the Grenadiers backed up by tactical movement, which is now going straight for the field guns. The tactical movement line, the Grenadiers to keep pace here with the field guns actually, until it wears out, obviously. So in the Panther Force heavily damaged. IncaUna does not care, he only cares about destruction and Deutschland. Now the Panther 4 must done there, go double blitz again to buy distance, also baits him into the pack 40 here. Panther 4 gaining the ace level, T-34s being cleared out here. There we go, counter-attacking now. The T-34s looks to be baited in for everything else there. Packs are trying to catch it, don't quite work out there. Almost got the T-34s from 6, which gains their T2, but there you go, down it goes from there. All of Nicko's tanks are on fire, or at least looks like they are on fire. More Panther 4s running to the scene here, infantry being bombarded by the 2 Panther 4s. Machine gun fire, high explosive shells just going into the midst of them. Field guns here moving forwards, but could be exposed to a flank here by the Panther 4 there. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen here. We got 220 numbers and 83 anti-tank grenades are plenty there. Field guns miss at point blank range. Other Panther 4s moving there, go contact toughening. Another cataclysmic blow there as IncaUna's Panther 4 start being field gun cleared up. T-34 completely blown up now. And there you go, I think with that, Nicko is very much out of the war here. This is a definite GG for IncaUna. A brutal match here with some significantly large tank engagements here on Nexus. That was quite the fight. Northern point being seized with the conscripts. Nicko's clearly not giving up against IncaUna. Fix up the East Panda 4. Reinforcing healing. I think Nicko may in fact have popped out here, perhaps not. There we go. GG, game over. Loss here for the Red Army. Victory for the German Army. A brutal battle here in terms of tanks and anti-tank guns. In the end, I feel like again, what cost Nicko the fight was despite having a good early to sort of mid-game. Around the mid-game, he just like stalled out. The round just pushing out a lot of T-34s when he can actually gain the numerical advantage there. He ended up stalling out for whatever reasons. Maybe he was playing the ISU. Maybe there's lack of decision making. He couldn't make up his mind. But whatever the case, he allowed IncaUna to gain the tank advantage and couldn't like quite break out of there. Once that happened, it was also very slow then to actually like gain the number of tanks, but he just suffered intense manpower bleeding, which again just kept him down. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell a friend, tell a family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Linking. Cheers. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow again for our last episode. Bye.